practice communication. If it's not your primary communication tool, which is what the city is, it's going to be a rough road. And that means for everyone. So, if you have ministries that are like, well, I really love to email my people. Well, that's great. But what you're doing as a ministry leader, if you say, you know what, I'm going to use this tool, this is my favorite, this is what we're going to use, and it's fine because it works for me. None of us are saying the city's a home run for every ministry. But what we are saying is, if you use it as an entire body, we believe, you will be able to do ministry and proclaim the gospel more effectively in your particular context. And so if that's the goal, then it changes if I'm a ministry leader, go, well, this is my favorite. Well, what I'm doing to all my volunteers, if this is my favorite way to communicate, is I'm actually isolating them in my silo. So now, if I'm production, which, my buddy Jason, who's in the back, is, production, and we've worked together, we went to church together for a very long time. That production team, a lot of times, was the team that didn't necessarily always get on the city and use the city. Well, I tell you, I'm from the Seattle area, and I know this is recorded, but some of those tech peeps are maybe the people that needed community the most, the antisocial, pasty white, never got out. Not that any of them were like, hypothetically. But if that production guy, if that production guy isolated his entire ministry, then what happens is, by communicating in a different forum, then what happens? Well, that guy doesn't know that there's a small groups thing going on, or a men's retreat, or a women's, any of those things. They don't know. So now you've in a very real sense, isolated from community, isolated from all of your people. So now where's the value? So I think that as you communicate, and as you actually explain some of those things to church staff, and as you're talking through, Apple doesn't sell a product, they sell a lifestyle. There's a bigger mission to, it's not just the feature. So you don't present the city as such that it's like, this bell, this whistle. No. It is a bigger mission, and that's where you get the culture and the other things that you hear us hammering. That's why we hammer it so much.